what we're talking about today is understanding like why the body compensates a little bit, but also why we have a system failure. There's two systems involved in this whole problem, and I'm going to show you really quickly how you can test it. I can test it in under 5 seconds. We'll say somebody just starting might be able to test the problems in under 15 to 20. Once you get better, you get to 10, and once your athletes get to know how you're going to test them, they can actually figure it out and go with you in literally 5 seconds. I can test somebody hands down to find out if these systems are, or let's say they're optimized and we'll say turned on, but they're not on and off. They can be at different levels now, or let's say they're failing and you can't get a response out of them when you muscle test them. So then what transpires is you understand that athlete's at risk. So we need to have the intervention and prevention. And I do it a certain way. I use RPR, which is reflexive performance reset. And we're going to show you that in this course where, hey, with RPR, using these spots with a massage gun, you can turn these parts on, these two systems. You can retest so that you turned them on, show the athlete you turned them on, and then you're less likely risk for an ACL. Now, these solutions are for the ACL I'm talking about in this course, but what I'm telling you is when you turn these systems on, if you have a right leg that can't produce as much force, you're going to get improvement. I've seen it too many times, and I'll show you the graphs. I'll show you all kinds of things in this course. And this course will keep building because I have processes and things that not just me, other coaches are doing for me to show that this thing, the things I'm going to show you in this course, the problems and the preventions work and can be woven into a pre-practice protocol. So, and let me give you this example. So if you wanted to test, you could test, which could take you 5-10 seconds. Athlete gets up, does one of the interventions, takes about 20 to 25 seconds with the same massage gun. The next one would take 4 to 5 seconds, and the next one might take 30 seconds. And then you could retest them. And I'm going to tell you the profound results in those two systems of being excited and turned on are pretty amazing. Now you can just do a partial one of those, or you can do all three, which would roughly take you, probably 2 to 3 minutes. But ultimately, that's your call. But I think it is well worth the time that before a practice or before a weightlifting session, you do some of these interventions. You don't have to do them all every day, all the time, because eventually when you keep testing and you're doing some of these interventions, you'll see that people just stay on and keep getting turned on during the course of the day. So I'm going to take you through the course now. You got to bear with me because I'm going to say some things and in these systems that I'm going to identify. People are going to go, oh, I knew it. And that's great. But the solution is not always what you think it is. And I'll show you, because what I have done is I thought what the solutions were. I tested. I thought I did the solution. Other people would agree that it would work, and it didn't, because I retested and I found out that I actually made it worse. And I think I know why. Can't prove it, but I'm going to give you a ton of examples of why people actually didn't get better when I thought I could train somebody out of this system failures. And you actually can't, or rehab them out of the system failures. And I'll explain why that is a process. So I'm going to hopefully enlighten you today that you can help a lot of young athletes, a lot of old athletes, but people that are high risk, you'll be able to identify.